This is Tammy in my element, in my Honda Element. You can probably hear my propane tank rattling around in the back there because I am live in my car right now. I've been thinking this morning about just my habits and the things that I'm striving towards and the stuff that I'm working on that's like frustrating the heck out of me. And yeah, just all of those things kind of like rolling around in my head. And so today I'm gonna just have a little share with you on my way to work about the art of showing up. So if you are someone who's like showing up in your life like 10 out of 10, you've got your nutrition on point, you show up at the gym or the pickleball court, or you know, you're just like nailing everything. This video is not for you. This is not for you. This is for the people who try to, you know, eat well. They're trying to figure out how to do a regular exercise program. There's a lot of trying and there's not, you know, success. It's like regular for like a few weeks and then it drops off. I want to talk about the art of showing up. Starting small. I think human nature is like, we like join a 6-week boot camp, or we're like, oh, I'm going to lose weight for this wedding, or whatever it is. And I think that we need to start creating just consistent show up. So I think, you know, the small stuff is what we have a hard time really committing to, because it doesn't feel big enough. It doesn't feel like worth it. It doesn't drive us. And so that's where the battle is won. That is where like the rubber hits the road, is the consistency with the small, boring, mundane stuff. And so if we can't conquer that, then we often can't conquer the big stuff, like, you know, showing up at the gym 2 or 3 times a week, or whatever it is your goal is, or going for a walk every day. Some people have dogs, you know, go for walks every day, which is great, but you're going at the pace of your dog. It's not a fitness walk. Yes, it's better than nothing. But you know, like, people who have dogs know this, right? You have to get up and go with the dog. But like, you'll do it for the dog, but will you do it for you? Like, let's start looking at, like, let's do it for us, you know? So showing up, I sort of had this movement challenge for May, movement meditation. And it's like 1 to 2 minutes of, you know, arms overhead breath, lifting the leg up. It's like basically 10 breaths or 20 breaths. And that is really, really hard for people. Like, I would challenge you, if you're, you know, not able to do a 1 to 2 minute thing, then, you know, forget about the bigger stuff for now. I know that's radical, but just start showing up. So is there something that you do every day? Do you brush your teeth every morning before you leave the house? Do you always have a coffee? Do you, you know, when you get dressed, or, you know, you gotta get dressed at some point if you're leaving the house. What is something that you're doing every single day consistently? I challenge you to pair with that 10 slow deep breaths. That's it. Super simple. So when I sit down to drink my coffee, I do 10 slow deep breaths. How about that? I don't do that because I actually do other things. But like, let's say, you know, we're gonna decide, and by we I mean you, the royal we. So how about, you know, when you go to brush your teeth before you leave work, how about before you brush your teeth, you stand in the bathroom and you just breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, like 10 times, and then brush your teeth. So this whole habit stacking, very, very effective. So let's do that. Challenge yourself to like do that for a month, just 30 days. Have it somewhere where you can check it off, like on a calendar, either in your phone, or, I mean, I love paper and pen because it moves things more to like more parts of my brain, so my nervous system gets more reward for like seeing it written and then writing it off. I'm like a list person. So do something where you're keeping track. So can I do some small little thing that seemingly has no major reward, which sneaky, yes it does, has great rewards, but it doesn't feel big enough to a lot of people to actually do that. But if we can't conquer the little stuff, then the big stuff is just, we have have to be able to become the person who can do the big stuff. And we become that person who does the big stuff by showing up for the little stuff. So let's try that. If you have other ideas of, what you can do that's small that you can start with, that you're going to agree with me to do for 30 days, and you can start at any time. So let's do 30, 31, 29, 33 days, doesn't matter. Just more than 3 weeks, because we have to create habit forming. But I want you to start showing up. I heard this story one time, and maybe I'll botch it, but there was a guy who was having trouble achieving his health goals, and so he went to the gym for 6 weeks and just showed up, parked, went in, and then left. And he did that 3 times a week for 6 weeks, and just practiced the art of showing up. And once that was the habit, the showing up, then it's like, now you add the exercise, now you add the other things. So you have to create a foundation of showing up first. So that's my message for this week. For this week's episode of In Your Element, I want you to get in your element by showing up.